Well, dinner is still on, a lot of eating and drinking going on with music in the background. But I have here with me now the founder of this university who is going to be speaking with us now. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Larry.
Yes. Please, we'd like to start. This university was established in 2004. When you came up with this thought, did you envisage it will be like this?
Let me tell you maybe a brief history of myself so that you understand from the background where I was coming. I was admitted into secondary school in 1961. Nigeria gained independence in 1960. By 1961, when we came here in Yola, the British teachers who were teaching us were all departing. And there were only about 2 or so qualified Nigerian teachers left. Then what happened? In 1961, the late President John F. Kennedy introduced the Peace Corps. So the Peace Corps then came in. They were young, graduates, 20, 21. And then they took over. And these were the people who educated us until 1965 when we now passed out from our secondary school. So I had this background of being American educated in the secondary school, and I made sure that we should have a variety of education in this country. And there is nothing wrong with an American education, whereas it is the best. Today, America is the only superpower in the world. They couldn't have achieved all what they achieved without education. So I believe their system of education is first class. And that's why I went for an American type of education from kindergarten to elementary, to junior high, to senior high, to college. So in other words, in this here, where we stand is an educational community that you can start from kindergarten to graduate. And then you can do your graduate school, you can do your master's, you can do your PhD, and then you can teach here. What the Americans call from cradle to grave. You retire here and die here. So I wanted you to understand the background I was coming from.
But now looking at it, when you envisaged it, what you have now, does it capture what you had in mind?
Yeah, exactly, it has. Because I did not start, with the university. I started with the kindergarten. And then I went to elementary. Yes, and then from there I went to,
I would like to, a lot of people will be wondering, the university system in Nigeria appears to be at variance with what is obtainable here. As the founder, as someone that has seen it grow, as someone that also knows what is obtainable as a past leader, as a leader, a community leader, or what do you think is a missing link?
You see, some years, about 7, 8 years ago, when I came to deliver the Founders Day lecture here, I said we must be different. And this is a very rural area and also a very poor area. I said, I now charge them with a developmental mission. I said, you are useless as long as you cannot impact on the development of my community here. So you must focus as a development institution rather than a mere, ivory tower. Completely, encircle yourself, and then you are completely disconnected from the community. So that is how we came about with the development, university concept, and then our activities and curriculum.
So you feel what's the missing gap? Nigerian's educational system, the way our universities are run, what they've turned out to be, and all that.
Our universities are basically patterned on the British, system of education, and they have remained an ivory tower. When I went to address the London School of Economics about 2 weeks ago, and I expounded what this university is about, they were marveled. They all want to see how can we be like institution like this, because they all feel isolated from their immediate communities.
Okay, now lastly, I want you to touch on the situation on ground in the country, the pricing, the fuel crisis, the pricing that has just been done. What is your take?
That is politics. We are here to celebrate, the commencement of these children.
Thank you very much. Thank you too. Well, he has left saying he doesn't want to talk about politics. He wants to talk about what is going on here and what we have been having here. Well, from the founder, I will now move to the president of the university. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, and thanks for such a beautiful atmosphere.
Well, thank you for being with us on our special night.
Well, now I would like to take from you, I've heard from the founder,
Yes.
but you are directly responsible for the running of the school.
Yes.
What has it been like, 2004 to date? What has it been like?
Well, I have not been here since 2004. I've been here since 2010. And I'm really proud of the growth and development of the university. And the way you measure that is by your students. And our students, I really believe, are the future leaders of your country. Not only are they getting a world-class education, but because of where we've lived the past few years, they've had to really help with a major humanitarian effort. They were, during the worst times of the crisis, feeding hungry people. Now that the crisis is over, there are many, many thousands of children out of school. It's AUN students who are taking their knowledge out in the community. That's what it means to be a development university.
For some of your past students,
Yes.
what has been the story? They've come here, they've gotten educated on the development part of it.
Yes.
Going out, what has been the feedback?
Well, we have one student who this year was the valedictorian at Carnegie Mellon University, arguably one of the best in computer science in the world, in my country. We have students starting their own nonprofit organizations. We have students on full scholarships at the best graduate schools in the country, in the world, including Oxford, Columbia University, and so on. We have students working for major corporations in Nigeria and abroad. I couldn't be prouder of our students. I've worked all over the world. I've taught at Columbia University. I've taught at Georgetown. The transformation AUN students go through and what they become after 4 years is better than anything I've seen anywhere in the world.